A couple of questions from section 2.8. Section 2.8. Okay, we are given a table of values. So given the values of x are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and the corresponding y values are 7, 4, 3, 5, 8, and 0. So we are given that 1 goes to 7, 2 goes to 4, 3 goes to 3, 4 goes to 5, 5 goes to 8, and 6 goes to 0. And the question is, or the instruction is, find f inverse of 8. Find f inverse of 8. Okay, remember that if we were talking about, let's say, find f of 8, that means that my x values right here is 8. But here we are talking about f inverse. So this value right here must be my y value. In other words, let me write this down. This means find value of x when y equals to 8. Okay, look at here. The value of x is 5. Suppose the question was find f inverse of, say, 4. Okay, this means that find the value of x when y equals to 4. So that equals to, look at the 4 for y values, 2. Let's do one more. Find f inverse of 0. Do I have a y value for 0? Sure, right here. So that means to find the value of x when y equals to 0, and that equals to 6. Now this notation, find f inverse of 8, is a little bit different than the following question. Let's go to the next page. Given, so this table that for the values of x we have, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 again. And for y values, we are given f of x is 4, 2, 0, 7, 3, and 9. Okay. And in this case, we are supposed, the question asks, find f inverse of f of 5. So to me, this is a little bit clearer. It's easier to see what the author finds, because inside of the parenthesis, it says f of 5. So I can say here that f inverse of, what is f of 5? F of 5 is 3. Okay. And the inverse of that is going to be 5. So, so in general, if you have f inverse of f of any x, you can just cancel this and say that equals to x. So here we could have just canceled, we could have canceled this and say the answer is 5 and not even look at the table because the language is clear. Suppose the author was asking to find f inverse of f of 2. Okay, so you could cancel the f inverse and f, and you know it's 2. Or you could tell yourself that for f inverse of f of 2, you could look at the table and say f of 2 is 2. And then rewrite this as f inverse of 2, that equals to 2 again. Let's do one last one for, suppose if we were asking find f inverse of f of 3. Here you could look at your table and tell yourself, well, this is the same as f inverse of 0. What's the value of x when y equals to 0? So that equals to 3. Or you could just cancel this from here, and your final answer would be 3. And that's what you would be doing in future. So the thing to remember for this section is that if you have f and parenthesis a value in it, let's say f of 2, then you know that 2 is your x value. But if you have f inverse of parenthesis, say 5, then that 5 is your y value, not x value. Yeah, please keep that in mind, and I hope you find this video helpful. Thank you.